what is an origination fee and why should you care? When you take out loans, particularly federal student loans, you're going to get hit with an upfront charge called an origination fee. And what this is a deduction from your loan amount of a percentage based off of what kind of loan you're taking out that costs you money. And you should know that because origination fees add to the total cost of attending any kind of degree program, and it's something that schools often do not do a very good job of disclosing. For an example, Stafford loans charge an origination fee of 1.062%. So just about 1.06% if you want to keep it simple. And if you take out, say, $40,000 of Stafford loans, you'd pay about a $400 origination fee, and that would be deducted out of your loan amount before you actually got the funds. Now, let's say that you had a more expensive program that you attended, perhaps dental school, and then you need to take out $40,500 for Stafford loans, which is the maximum for a calendar year, and then on top of that, you have to take out some Grad Plus loans to cover the overage about what you have to pay to your university. In that case, you would take out those Grad Plus loans, which have an origination fee of 4.248%, so about 4.25, 4.25, if you will. And that fee comes out up front, and that's very expensive if you think about it, right? Because you'd have, let's say you took out $50,000 of Grad Plus loans. Well, that's over $2,000 in upfront fees that are deducted before you see a dime. That's pretty intense because that amount gets financed into the charge. You don't actually have to pay origination fees up front, but what happens is the amount that you actually get dispersed, say that Grad Plus example of $50,000, you'll have that $2,000 fee kind of taken out up front. You'll actually get, a little less than $48,000 to use towards your education, but the actual amount of the loan that you took out was $50,000 because of that fee. So the $50,000 amount is what you actually accrue interest on, not the amount that you actually received. This is a big difference from what a lot of schools portray. In fact, in a lot of the research I've done, a lot of schools list origination fees of just a flat $500 amount, or they'll list only the Stafford percentage, or they'll completely leave off the potential for origination fees, particularly if you take out Grad Plus or Parent Plus loans. Schools systematically underestimate this charge. That's a big problem, and it's something that's going to result in you having more debt than you thought that you would have had if you had believed those cost of attendance estimates that the schools make. So origination fees can also happen with private loans, unfortunately. If you look at a private loan, you should look at the all-in yield of the debt, but be careful to look at the origination fee terms for private loans. For example, some lenders that will make you a student loan will not have an origination fee, but maybe they'll have a higher interest rate. Other lenders might give you a little bit of lower interest rate, but they might have an origination fee. A common origination fee for a private loan I've seen several times is about 2%. So these are very important things to just look at the fine print when you're borrowing and realize how much debt you're actually going to be taking out. And a big takeaway is if you're going to take out Grad Plus or Parent Plus loans, you should try to make sure that you're doing it because you think you're going to be going for loan forgiveness. If you're taking them out because you think you're going to pay back the debt, then you're just going to end up having a lot higher interest charges than perhaps if you had gone with a private loan instead. I will say this. If you are at all economically insecure or you're going to have a debt-to-income ratio above 2 to 1 when you graduate, absolutely take the federal loans. There's no question in my mind that you should be taking that higher origination fee loan because Grad Plus qualifies for all the different repayment programs that you could get forgiven with, and then Parent Plus can also be forgiven if you know how to manage it correctly. So that's a little bit of a primer on origination fees. Hope you found it useful. If you have any questions and you're trying to understand your student loans, reach out to us, help@studentloanplanner.com.